Hi guys, hi. You can see I'm excited. You can tell my excitement. Okay, so today I'm back to show you, to bring you, right, this gorgeous look, right, using all Makeup Revolution releases. So we have new releases, we have some newbies, and we have some oldies, some of my older favorite from their range, but mainly the newbies, okay? And the newbies got me looking and feeling all new. Okay, try not to be ratchet. I'm excited. I really enjoyed creating this look for you guys, and I love it. It's just, it's flawless. It is flawless, and the products that I've used, you know, gave me such a wonderful finish. You know, I'm literally in shock. You know, I feeling tempted to kind of show you something, but no, I want you to go and watch the full video, okay, to see. It's very sleek, very, you know, really nice and mild. I feel fresh and airy and really light. You know, it's a really good everyday look, whether it's morning, whether it's evening. I think this look is, you know, it's doable for any time, any occasion. Okay, so enough babbling from me, feeding myself. Let's get straight into it. They recently, they always, Makeup Revolution always excites me. They're always releasing something new and exciting for me to try. So I have a whole heap of stuff here, but first let me start with the brushes. So they have some new brushes. I love the packaging of these brushes. Define and Fill Brow Brush, create your look. It's vegan, cruelty free, right? And let me show you one that's already open. Really nice, kind of rose gold, kind of sleek, that kind of pink with white tips. Okay, so I got number 1 to 12, so it comes in R. So it starts with R. So this is actually R1, which is the brow brush. So it says R1. So yes, I actually got R1 to 12, so 12 brushes. And also on the brush itself, when you look at the back of it, at the back here, I don't know if you guys could see that, but at the back it tells you what brush it is. And I love that little logo here, that little stamp, which is an R. Okay, let me just start with how I would usually do my makeup, and then I will talk about each product. So there's the Liquid Powder Pore Blurring Makeup Serum. I've not opened this yet, have not used it, haven't tried it. A lot of this stuff is quite new. So that is the Serum Liquid Powder Pore Blurring Makeup Serum, Pink, Clay, and Rose. So I'm gonna start with that. Now, usually I like to put a bit of glow on my face first, a little bit of illuminator, but we're trying this out, so we'll skip the illuminator for now. So I've already moisturized. So I've put on the serum. So it says that it's a priming serum that dries down to a powdered effect, supports skin hydration whilst helping to mattify and blur pores. I think it looks nice. It feels, to be honest, I don't really feel like I'm wearing anything. It feels quite light on the skin, but I can see that I'm a bit more matte. Yeah, and let me have a closer look to see if I'm blurred. Minimize pores. I mean, I don't really see a lot of my pores anyway, but I guess let's see how it works. So the other thing I have here that is quite new to me, but not new to Makeup Revolution, is the Revolution Conceal and Glow Illuminating Foundation. This is full to medium coverage with vitamin C and lotus flower extract. I was sent these two shades, right? This one is 14.2, this one is 13. Usually in Makeup Revolution, I do wear 13.7 in the foundations, but let's see how the 13 work. Now I have two tools I may use. So I have this really lovely Ultimate Powder sponge. I do love a good sponge. This one, however, feels very strange. It's like suede. I don't know if you can see that, how this looks. Very nice, but there's a, it's almost like a suede, it's almost like a sofa, like a little sofa suede effect. I think I'm going to use the brush. Okay, so I have the foundation brush that I showed you earlier on. I'm going to pump. Okay, texture seems nice. That's how it looks. I don't think it's my shade, but it's a review. I'm trying things out, so we're going to see how it works. And if not, I'm just going to bronze it down, you know, to match me a bit more. That's very light. That is way light for my complexion. Let me see how the 14.2 would look. I might have to mix them. Let's see. Ooh. 14.2 is very kind of olivey kind of shade. I'm gonna show you guys that as well. That's the 14.2. Not sure if I'll be able to get away with any of these, but let's see the magic I can work. I'm gonna work with what I have, so let's see how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna mix the two of them, right, to try and get a shade that will at least do something for me. And because it's not my actual shade, I'm trying not to use too much, right? I'm not gonna put too much on. And also I'm gonna make sure I'm blending my neck because I really don't want to look like I'm wearing a mask. I've noticed when I'm sat here looking at the camera and doing my makeup, it looks really, really different. The view that I'm getting and the view that you're getting is quite different. Because when I stop and have a look at the video when I'm editing, I'm like, whoa, that needed a bit more blending. That needed a bit more something. But obviously me looking at it, I don't see what you guys see. So let's just hope that I do this thing and I don't miss anything. Okay, so that is the amount of foundation I'm going to put on because don't want too much going on. So I mean, it's not totally bad. It is not my shades or shade, but you know, we'll work something out. I've worked something out. It's okay. It can work. I can make it work. At the moment, I'm looking a little vampire-ish, but it can work. Okay, so the shades that I mixed was F13 and F14.2. Right? Make it work. Make it work. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to my concealer. Right, and I have two concealers. So there's the new Eye Bright Illuminating Under Eye Concealer with Vitamin C. This one is in Caramel. I've tested this before, and this is my shade. And these I really love. This is the Conceal and Define full coverage conceal and contour, right? I love these. They work really well. And this shade here, I mean, these two shades is what I use. One shade is 13.7, which is I believe is my actual shade, and I have 13.2. So this one I kind of use closer because it's closer to my complexion, and this one, you know, I use to highlight. So let's go in with this shade first. I love the texture, the consistency, everything about this concealer I love. And I'm kind of using this. What I tend to use, if it's close to my shade or if it's my exact shade, I kind of use it to correct. So I use it to kind of blur out any dark, you know, demarcations or anything that's under my eyes. And then I will go on top with the lighter shade to then highlight or brighten, right? But for now, so I am going to use this sponge. I'm very interested to see, it feels so weird. So I'm interested to see how this will work. Now I have another new product here. It's called Superfix Super Hold Mist Spray Ultra Matte Finish with aloe vera and vitamin E. Again, loving that kind of rose gold. I'm supposed to wet this, but I'm not going to wet it fully. I'm just going to spray it. Just a little spray there. And sometimes I like to leave my concealer to dry a bit, but because I'm already using mattifying products, so you know, the liquid what you call it, the serum. Okay, so the serum is a powder effect, which is a bit mattifying. The spray is a matte finish as well, and then I'm going to use powder. So I don't really want, I'm not really a matte person. I love a illuminating kind of glow. But let's see how it works. So I am just going to blend that out. See, I love the shade. And I love the whole texture of this concealer. It's so easy. And I'm actually going to use a bit more of this concealer to just go around just around these areas here. And just to conceal any blemishes as well. You may be wondering, like, why is she using mattifying products but then using, you know, a foundation that's supposed to illuminate? I think that is a good way to go. So for instance, if you don't want to look too matte, like I'm not going to use mattifying serum, then use a mattifying foundation and a mattifying spray, then powder. I would look too matte and cakey and dry and probably look like I'm gonna crack. So I think, you know, it's really good to, if you have oily skin or, you know, combination skin and you're using, let's say you don't want to be too oily, so you can switch it up. You can use you know, a nice light illuminating foundation or liquid illuminator that I usually use, and then you use your powder and then a mattifying setting spray. Don't go all out with matte. So look at that. I love this concealer. So I mean, we're shaping up. We're shaping up. We're shaping up. It looks nice. Okay, so now we're in with the brightening under eye illuminator. So and I'm only going to kind of stick on the inner of my eyes. Just to add that brightness. Okay, so now I am going to use the banana powder. So this is baking powder. I've never used any of Revolution's powders before in terms of setting powders. So let's see how this works. So this is the R5, which is a fluffy highlighter brush, but I'm going to use this brush to tap some powder under my eye area. Ooh, wow. I can't tell if it's the powder or if it's the brush, but something feels really soft and smooth. Wow. It's definitely both, I think. Let me see. Oh my God. Okay, so the brush feels nice, but the powder, ooh, it is silky. It's very silky. Powder feels really fine, very finely milled or milled, or yeah, finely milled. Very nice. Ooh, very, very nice. Okay, so I'm gonna move on with contouring. Now, I've used this before. This is the Revolution Glow Splendor Ultra Matte Bronzer, right? And the shade is Deep. This is the shade that I'm using. I am going to use the R9, which is the Sculpting Powder brush, right? It's angled. It's a nice angled brush. Gonna use that. And I must say to you that this powder, this bronzer smells really nice. It smells like coconut. And I have two shades in these, but this one is the deeper shade. And I do like a deep contour most times, so. And I'm just kind of, you know, kind of framing, putting a bit of shape in there as well. See, we're definitely coming together. Definitely. Then I'm just blending that. Good. I'm going to use my R4, which is a fluffy blending brush. And I'm going to lightly just tip that into the bronzer. I'm going to bronze my nose. Ooh, a bit too much there. Don't worry, just buff it out. And I like to kind of go into my eye area here just to kind of elongate the shape of the nose. I mean, you can stop right here, but I like to carry it up and just also add that kind of shadow, that little shape into my eyes. So when I'm doing my eyeshadow, you know, I'm already kind of shaped out, if you catch what I'm saying. Even though we're not on lips yet, when I'm, depending on what kind of lip look I'm going for, I like to shade or contour or darken underneath my lips here, because it gives the illusion of thicker lips, bigger lips, or, you know, a bigger underlip, lower lip, bottom lip, whatever. I like to, right here, see, just add a bit more shadow. See? Look at that. So it just gives the illusion of that bottom lip being a bit bigger. Just right there. Good. Okay, moving on. Now, this is like one of my all-time favorites from Revolution Makeup Revolution. This is the Strobe Luxe palette. It is a highlighter palette. It's called Strobe Luxe, and these are the 3 shades that are in there. As you can see, my favorite shade is Finish. We hit Pan, right? And then you have these other 2 shades here. So I am going back. So this is the highlighter brush, which I used for powder. I am going into my finished shade, and I'm going to just nicely highlight the apple of my cheeks. Okay, so I'm not gonna go all the way up just yet. I'm just gonna do just the apple of my cheeks. So what I usually do is I use one side of the brush to apply, and I like to switch it around and use the clean side to kind of soften and blend. And then I'm going in with this middle shade here, which is a bit more on the rosy gold side, and I'm just going to tap that just there, just on the bridge of my nose, and maybe just a little bit on the tiny bit on the tips. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to leave it there for now, and now I'm going to move on to brows. Okay, so let me show you what I have for brows. Now, this is the new Balayage Brow pencil. So it's dark brown. It is let's read, finally a balayage for your brows. So this double-ended pencil has 2 tonal shades, so you can create the perfect brow for your skin color. Use the lighter shade on the inner thicker side of your brows, and then use the darker shade on the thinner areas of your brows to create depth, or blend both throughout. Use the dense brush to fluff up and go. Okay, so let's see how. Now, it's very interesting that they brought this out, because this is something that I usually do. So I usually have 2 pencils or brow pomades, and what I will the darker pomade or brow pencil or whatever from this bit to this bit, and then this little inner bit there I will usually use a lighter shade. So that's basically what Makeup Revolution did. This is what it looks like. Very nice. I'm really loving that everything is that kind of gold, rose gold kind of shade. Okay, so it's so cute. Look at that. Which side is which? Okay, so I'm gonna open it out like that, so you can see this is the amount that you get in there. And then we have the fatter side. Just brush my brows up a bit. Okay, and we're gonna start. Usually how I do it is I start on the bottom bit. So I start to make my shape, my brow shape, kind of like from the bottom. Like so. Hopefully you can see that. Right? And once I have the shape that I'm going for, then I start to go on the inner and kind of just put strokes like so. And then I finish up. So if you follow me on my Instagram, you'll see that I do have a couple of brow tutorials that I have done. But I'll be sure to do one for you guys here on YouTube. But in the meantime, you can check out my brow tutorials. Now, I don't shave my brows. I don't pluck them. I don't tweeze them. I don't, plucking and tweezing is the same. I don't shave it. I don't do anything. I used to, but now I don't, because I quite like how thick my brows are. So I just don't bother with it anymore. We have so many gadgets that we can use to, you know, shape our brows and just make it look how we want it to look. And the thing is with me is that every time I do my makeup or don't, I tend to do a different look with my brows. So, you know, not shaping it or shaving it is fine by me. That means that every time, you know, I want to switch it up, I do have enough to create something different. So I do usually go for a bit of a muted brows of late, but obviously for the sake of showing you how the pencil works, I am doing my brows. And my two brows are totally different. It is what it is. Okay. Just brush in and tidy up, right? And then I'm going to go back with one of the concealers. I am going to use my actual shade, which is the 13.7 concealer brush. I'm going to use the concealer brush. And I'm going to just clean up under my brows. And it's fine. I'm going to do eyeshadow, so I'm just bringing that down on my lid. Now I have two eyeshadow bases. These are the Ultimate Eye Base Eye Primer. That's what it looks like. And this one is dark. So I have dark and I have medium, I believe. Yep. So dark and medium. This is what the packaging looks like. Very cute and cool. And this is it. That's what it looks like. So I am going in with dark, and I'm gonna just pat that on my eyelids. I went ahead and I did this eye off camera. So I have with me the Ultimate Nudes Dark Eyeshadow Palette. This is what it looks like. It is gorgeous, really gorgeous palette, and I kept it really simple. Now, what I have to say is, you see this base, this eyeshadow base, a little bit goes a long way, and as soon as you put it on, it just does what it does. It sets, it just feels nice. It's, you know, it's good. So a little bit goes a long way. You can see I still have it on my hand there. I just did a tip, and that little tip just went really good on both eyes. So I'm going in with the R4, which is the fluffy brush. And I'm going to use this shade here first as my transition shade. And I'm just going to blend this just on the inner outer of my eye. So I'm going to follow the exact same thing I did here. So I used this shade, then I used this darker one to create a little shadow, and then I used these two foil shades at the end here. I used the lighter one on the inner and the darker one on the center of the lid. And I'm gonna just pull this out and up just a bit, using the same brush, going back in with that dark shade. And I'm just sticking on the, just shadowing just on that tight outer rim there. And I'm just tapping that on. Very simple eye look. And then I'm going to, where's my other brush? I'm going to go with that darker shade. I'm just gonna tap that on the center. And very quickly, I am literally just putting that there, like so. See? I think I dipped it too much. And I'm gonna go back and forth, just deepening those foil or shimmer shades. Right, and then I'm gonna take this brush. So this is the R2, which is a fluffy eye brush. Love this brush. And I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, which is a nice little kind of rose goldy kind of shade. It's number 2. And I'm literally just going to tap that. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Literally just put that in my tear duct to add a little extra oomph. Okay. Or pow to the eye look. And I am going to use my 5D Lift and Define Lash extra dimension mascara. And then I'm going to pop some lashes on off camera. I don't have Makeup Revolution lashes. I've never tried their lashes before, but I'm sure I will soon too. So yeah, it's gonna pop some lashes on, and then I'll come back. Lashes are on, taking that darker shade, and I'm literally just gonna create a little shadow on my bottom lid. Okay, we're gonna move on to lips, but before that, let me put a little bit of brow gel. So this is the xxxrevolution Clear Brow Gel. And I like my hair to stand up and look all nice and wild. So I'm not going to put it on the entire thing, just on the inner. And then we're going to move on to lips. Now, I have the Revolution Glory Lip Pencil, and I have the Sheer Brilliant in Sheer Muse, which is a lip gloss, right? So this is my 2 favorite combos that I love to use. So just gonna line the lip, then my lip gloss, my lip. I love this lip combo. And as you can see, you don't need too much. And I just like to do this to blend my lips in and to blend the color and the pencil together. I'm going to use my Super Hold Mist. It smells nice. It smells like perfume. Let's let this set. Okay, oh my god, yes, this is the finished look. Full face Makeup Revolution. What do we think? I mean, the foundation, I'm surprised. Now, even though it wasn't my shades and I mixed them, look at this. Look at this finish. I'm very excited. I love it. It looks gorgeous. Love the colors. The rose gold packaging and everything, one, is just gorgeous, but everything married together so well, works so well. It looks amazing. So hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. Hope you guys are going to try some of the products or all. I'm going to list them all below, but I am feeling myself. I can't wait to go and take some photos. But yes, 100% thumbs up, because you can see the results. It looks gorgeous. What else can I say? So see you guys here again on my YouTube channel for a next tutorial, next makeup look, hair look. We don't know. We're gonna see. Thank you guys, and stay blessed. Ooh, beautiful.